Feeling you still had the radio in your hand, you brought it up to your lips. Kantomakia, come. And over the radio, you could hear shouts and yells of heroes and villains alike. The confused demands of villains. All for one coughed. Bring my bodyguard home? He hummed as if he tried to place pressure on your neck. Your bodyguard? Have you forgotten? You hummed as you tilted your head. You left him to rot, to starve, to die, to be captured. His eyes lightly widened, probably noting as what I was getting on. Did you ever think of that? You questioned him, wanting more out of him. You had him follow around Mother, and when she passed, you left him there, didn't you? You paused, wanting to put all the pieces together. Your childhood, your life now, and why you were born. After I found him, he somehow seemed to still care and love for me. Was it pity? Was it because I didn't truly understand? I don't care. But on you, on the other hand, you could hear the crumble over the radio. He wasn't moving anywhere. You brought it up to his mouth again. Oh, your mouth again. If you want to live, then move. It wasn't directed at Gantomakia, more like to the heroes and villains around, 'cause you knew, one way or another, they would perish under his wrath. But waiting there, looking at your father as he was losing blood, how much he had in him was bothering you. Shouldn't he be dead by now by the amount of blood loss? On the floor with his blood hanging from his neck, soaking onto his skin and, I guess, somewhat of his clothes. Why don't you just die? You're starting to piss me off. You spoke, watching as he looked up at you. But he only stood there, his face saying nothing, until he began to laugh, and it pissed you off even more. He started. My own child. The very thing I put my own blood and tears in. You scoffed. Yeah, you mean only for 1/10 of my life? You spat back. I wanted you like this, filled with anger, filled with a need for something more, something you always wanted. You thought you wanted the love and care from others, but look, now no one will grow to love you. You have killed, destroyed, and harmed everything and everywhere you went. He smiled, all thanks to an idea you couldn't have. Was he trying to get himself killed? Bashed his brains over in the ground, feed him to the earth? Shut up, you spat as he raised your hand. Yin, don't touch him, that's what he wants. You slightly looked back to see Bakugou. He looked to be broken and bloodied, on the brink of death, themselves. You paused, wanting to run to him. Was he real? Or just an image in your mind like last time? You looked to your father. Stop toying with me, you demanded. Toying? He laughed. Don't show me lies. Don't tell me something I want to hear. I want to be angry at you. You pointed. And with the more silence between the two of you, you could hear Gantomakia coming in only a matter of minutes. You were and are nothing to me. My own life should have never happened. Tell me the truth, and not some lies that you want to get me caught in. You spat, tears running through your eyes as you tried to hold your emotions back. Were you the one who sent me the package? Were you the one who made Mother hate me? What was your goal with me in the first place? I know you had something to do with the first night I went out. I knew you had something to do with Agent, Nomu, everyone. Why did you want me to live a miserable life? You gasped, not knowing how to relay these emotions, falling to the floor, feeling as tears fell from your cheeks to your knees, then onto the floor. Feeling a warm glove on your shoulder, then another one. All your father did was look behind you with a scowl. Is it always you, isn't it? He looked at him, Bakugou, as if he had ruined everything in his life. You have no relationship to him. But why? Always so hot-headed, determined. He spat. Because you never cared. You heard him, Bakugou, speak. His voice was stern, but it felt like something else was there. Hardship, pain, something you couldn't put your finger on. But your father only laughed it off. And here I thought you would hate her after all she's done. You heard Bakugou grit his teeth as he scoffed. Why would I? You controlled her. Played with her like a fucking puppet. You heard yourself, didn't ya? Back there. Spat on your nonsense. He spat, holding on to your shoulders tightly. You don't know why, but you were glad he was. You don't know what it was in you. The hope. The little light you had at the end of the tunnel. Maybe because of the fakeness he was before, but at least you knew he was real this time. The one who you grew to love. The one who had shown you your kindness through it all. Even if you were all for one's daughter. He cared as if nothing about you was real. I know that if I tell you the truth, this land will be nothing more than a wasteland. He spoke. The book that has the truth has already been burnt. So will that manor. You froze. You needed to hurry. This, or everything you love, and or need the answers for, can be set ablaze. You are for sure that there was some hidden room within his room. Something that you needed. Closure. Bakugou. Travel straight west. Travel straight west from Tokyo. You spoke. More was somewhat of a demand, but more of desperation. You didn't want him to start to think, but slowly he nodded, feeling the warmth of his hands leaving your shoulder and hearing the footsteps. You'll know when you see a house on a large island with a dead garden. You spoke, hearing his footsteps come to a stop as you spoke, and then starting back up. And what if you just brought him to his death? He smirked. You have not spoken with anyone. You have no one with you right now. You spoke. And do you know what that means? You frowned, your brows furrowing, finally hearing the sound of the earth being torn apart from its bed and somewhere else. Gantio Makio was getting closer and closer by the second. Once we're finished, I'll be free from you. He could only look at you. Now, where is Shigaraki? You asked, knowing it would be more of a riddle. Fighting the user of All for One. And once this body is gone, I'll see him soon. He chuckled. You froze. What does that mean? You wondered. Well, I'll keep you here until he It's gone then. You spat back. Now speak. You could only feel anger raging through your veins, starting to twist and move, and the veins on your arm starting to glow with pure hatred. Meanwhile, as Izuku fought with Shigaraki, Bako and a few others had traveled to where you had told them to go. Indeed, they had found a manor. The manor had looked to be somewhat abandoned, though the walls and floors oddly looked very clean. The items and furniture looked as if no one had been there, though, for years. The heroes, along with Bakugou, talked of what their next move was, and how they should keep it safe, while others just wanted to go, leave, and see what was up with this place. Though, Bakugou had been one of those few. He was already gone, slowly looking over every family photo, every item that seemed important, and slowly making his way until he came to the stairs. There, a picture of what looked to be a younger you and Shigaraki, with a man, presumably, all for one, and a woman he couldn't quite, put his finger on. Supposedly your mother. Shigaraki stood by her chair as you sat on her lap. He could see some bits of pieces of her in you. But both of you smiled the same way. Little, showing the world too much of it would burn it. Your eyes looked the same as hers. They were breathtaking. He couldn't put on why, though. Was it the color? The way it reminded him of something long ago? He doesn't know. But his face fell as he looked to All for One. His hand laid on the woman's shoulder and rested near the side of his body. His smile doesn't seem real, but fake, as if he had everything he wanted and needed, but never truly cared for. Bakugou looked down at the first step, moving his feet as he moved upwards, finally making it to the top. Now he just had a decision. Left or right? North or south? Hey guys, it's me. So I'm going to give a quick little announcement. So there is some spots with the story that had gotten removed because I didn't like how the plot was going with it, or it would have been too hard to explain within the amount of chapters I have left. But basically, you remember that crown I had you have? Well, basically that was, I'm going to basically give a little blue blah because who cares. But that was basically supposed to be your mind control, but now I changed it to it being a quirk by All for One. And also, if you're wondering where I have been as of now, I have been having health issues and I wanted to take care of that, but I am fine now. Don't worry. I was really, I don't know why, but I was so low on sugar and I don't know how I got that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and so sorry if this story is going way faster than I intended it to be because I wanted it to be only 20 chapters and I have to make a two-parter for the final chapter. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Love you all so much. Bye. Mwah.